This is in the interest of Tripp and Jesse Hicks. We're here today on a review hearing. We're conducting this through Zoom. We're live streaming. Okay. What do we have new since the court report was filed? Sound like we were moving along.
Yes, Your Honor, both boys are doing very well. I have requested reduction in HESEG for both of them. Jesse is doing well. He did have an appointment on Monday with the hematologist for the von Willebrand. I'm still waiting for the results of that. Other than that, he's been healthy. He is in a PPCD program, which is a preschool program for children with disabilities. And he is doing very well there. He's also receiving speech therapy. So he's doing well. His speech is coming along really well.
Guys, today we step inside a real courtroom where two young brothers' futures hang in balance as the judge opens the hearing.
And then Tripp is healthy, not on any medications, overall doing well in the home. He is also in pre-K and doing well at school. Both boys ride the bus together and seem to enjoy riding the bus together. Overall, no concerns with either child.
Okay, great. Glad to hear about his progress in speech. That's wonderful. All right, Ms. Ebling, any concerns on your part? Oh, you're muted.
Sorry, I let go of the space bar. Somewhat, yes. And I'll ask you to let Ms. McCowan explain the results of the testing he had done Monday. She does have some good information about what they found. My main concern, and she and I talked about this a lot, is the licensing issue. From what I understand, Arrow is not wanting to license her or I think it's licensing period, because she and her husband don't reside in the same home. My understanding is that he lives in a different area because he is taking care of his mother, who I understand is not well. They don't intend to get a divorce. In fact, when she's able, she plans to relocate to where he is. I know she's been talking with St. Francis, and she and I both wondered if she could pursue licensing through St. Francis. I know that's an exceptional circumstance, but they're both interested and willing to adopt, and I think that's what they need to do with the special needs we're already identifying. And being a sibling group that's so young, I want to be sure that she gets the benefits for those children. We do have a permanency conference, or whatever they're calling them these days, on November the 5th, and we thought, if necessary, we might be able to talk about that more then. I know we can't solve that now, but I think that's a real concern we need to try to address, and since they both have to adopt since they're married. But the hang-up seems to be that Arrow doesn't like the fact that he lives in a different house from her because of his mom. But otherwise, I think the kids are doing well and are where they need to be.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I guess the question is, what options do we have about who else could be a licensing adoptive agency? So,
and I'm not an expert on that at all. So
yeah, okay.
How they would work that. Destiny may know more about that than I do.
I can definitely get with St. Francis Licensing and see if they would be able or willing, and also NYAP. I know we have good luck with getting those special circumstances under NYAP, so I don't mind checking with them and seeing if they would be able to license her.
That'd be great.
Okay. All right. And then I guess, Ms. McCown, if you can fill us in what you found out or what you know about the medical appointment.
Yes, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yes, we went yesterday or Monday. We had an appointment, and Jesse does have the von Willebrand's disease. He does have it. So they gave him medication in case he needs to have surgery, or if he has nosebleeds at night or something happens. They did give us medicine. That's what they tested him for, to see if the medicine, he was going to not have like an allergic reaction to it or not. And he did well on it. So they're going to continue to see him and monitor him. And right now he's doing okay with it. So we're just going to continue to monitor. And if he needs the medicine, I already have it to give it to him.
So the goal is maybe to try to avoid surgery if possible.
Yes, and if he does, he has to have the medicine like 2 days. It depends what kind of surgery. Like if he has dental or medical, he has to take it like a couple of days in advance. But he can also take it immediately. Like if he has a bad nosebleed, he can take it immediately, and it should stop the bleeding as well. It should clot up his bleeding. But he's doing really well. He did really good with the medicine, and he's doing good.
Okay,
So.
great.
So the issues with the clotting and whether how severe it ends up being.
Yeah.
And she felt like he told her it was a lesser,
Right now,
case of it, but yeah, just better.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, hopefully maybe that'll work. Okay. Anybody have anything else then?
No.
Okay. Well, I'm glad y'all are going to have a meeting pretty soon, and maybe we can get some insight on different licensing. You know, seems to me like there ought to be able to be some exception made under those circumstances. I mean, it's just family taking care of family, you know, which doesn't seem to me to be a reason to penalize anybody.
They made me go do a background check. We already did that. Fingerprint, we already did that. And they made me do a medical. They wanted me to get a medical, like a medical history on myself with my doctor. And I already did that as well. So everything they've asked me for, I've given them. I'm just waiting to hear from them.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess we'll give it a little time and see. So, okay. All right. And thank you for taking such good care of the boys.
Yes,
Really
ma'am.
appreciate you.
They're a blessing for sure.
Well, and it sounds like they're making really good progress. So I'm thrilled to hear that. So all good.
All good.
All right, then I'm going to continue the department as permanent managing conservator, and I'm going to continue placement with you, Ms. McCown, and we'll check in again in March 11th of 2026. That'll be on a 1 o'clock docket. You know, if something comes up with this licensing, you know, I mean, I don't want to wait till March if there's something y'all need from me. So obviously, Ms. Ebling both know how to get in touch with us. If we need to set a hearing and get together to deal with something, y'all let me know.
Yes, thank you, Judge.
Okay, otherwise I'll see you in March, but you know, just we're here. So if we need to do that, we can.
Thank you. And I'm guessing Destiny is probably already on it. Find a way to get this done.
Okay. All right. Thank you all so much. In the interest of Eduardo Lopez, we're here on a review hearing. We're conducting this through Zoom under a finding of good cause and agreement of the parties. We are live streaming.
Savannah Kincaid, I represent Mom. We're present and ready.
Tim Shaw representing the father.
Bailey Sapien, guardian ad litem for Mom. I'm present and ready.
Eduardo is doing very well in his placement. He has started playing football this year, and it is marching season as well. So he's been very, very busy. He's also, I believe, the president of student council at Lockney. He's passing. He's doing very phenomenal there. There's not been any medical concerns, no dental concerns. He's developmentally on target, passing. He does still see his therapist. I know they had missed a few sessions just trying to work around all of his events and stuff. I think they've tried to work on doing Mondays because Lockney is just a 4-day week, and Mondays are his days off, except when they have football or band practice. So they try to work on those days to keep him in therapy. But other than that, he's been doing very well.
Okay, great. Sounds good. What about parents' progress?
So mom has completed everything. She went to go drug test for me last month, and it came back. Her hair and her hair and UA follicle was negative. But she has completed her WIN group. She's done individual counseling.
A mother has done everything right. Completed programs, stayed clean, followed every rule. Yet her teenage son still refuses to talk or see her.
She has started doing some anger management through that same therapist. And so she has had a few sessions with him, I believe. And other than that, she has completed everything that we've asked her to do.
Okay, great. And what kind of contact are we having?
So whenever I do my monthly contacts or my monthly visits with Eduardo, I've brought up doing, therapy sessions with mom, having him, think about writing letters to mom, so having some sort of communication with mom. He has stated he does not want to do any of that. I have even had him bring that up to his therapist to talk about, just so they can, come up with like a reason why and how to, move forward to where they can have a relationship back together. But at this time, there has not been any communication. I have talked to Brenda, and because today is his birthday, and I believe her IDD coordinator had talked to her as well about maybe writing him a birthday card, and whenever I go see her, I'll pick that up and give it to him. But as of now, she has not had any contact with her son.
And that's mainly just been because of his wishes at this point in time.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. But as far as we know, that's being addressed in his therapy and.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. But. Okay, and then we've had no other contact with Mr. Lopez.
Yes, ma'am, that's correct.
Okay. No response from consulate or anything.
No, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Okay, Ms. Kincaid.
Thank you, Your Honor. I would request that family therapy be ordered to begin in this case simply because Ms. Maldonado has done everything that has been asked of her, everything that's been requested of her. She attends meetings, she meets with me, I'm sure she meets with Ms. Sapien. I think she's made every effort she possibly can to, to be in compliance with this court's orders. I mean, she even wants to just be able to go watch his football games, and we could make a safety plan for that. But there's got to be some progress on the other side of this, because Miss Maldonado is making every effort that she can to satisfy the court that she's mitigated the reasons for removal.
I think it's less satisfying the court at this point than it is making a 14-year-old, visit when he doesn't want to do it. And I, generally I kick that to the child's therapist to give us some recommendations on that. Ms. Ricketts, have we gotten any kind of recommendations from the therapist?
No, ma'am, not at this time. But I can reach out to him once again. I can call him whenever we get off of court and get recommendations, and I can send that to all of the parties.
Yeah, I mean, we're coming up on a final in January, and
yes, ma'am.
And you know, I hate to just, Ms. Kincaid, I hate to just order that because, it may be in direct contradiction to therapy goals and progress that they may be making, with him. And at age 14, I mean, I'm going to give some deference to whether the child wants that contact. I agree. If it can happen, we need to start working on it. But, if he refuses to participate, if he refuses to get on, on a Zoom call or Teams, or if he refuses to see her in person, it's kind of, what do we do? I'd love to have the therapist weigh in on it. I think what I'd like to do is set this for another hearing in about 30 days and see where we're at, and see if we can get something from the therapist in that time frame. Because we're just getting dangerously close to the dismissal date, and we haven't made any headway in that regard. If it can be made, does that sound like a viable plan to everybody? We get together in about 30 days.
We can, Your Honor. I mean, is there any kind of, football season is almost over, but if there were a safety plan in place for Miss Maldonado to attend the games, at least then she would be able to watch him, march in the band and play sports. At least something.
My concern is, is he does he know whether she's there or not know? And then if he doesn't know, and then he sees her, that could upset the child. I just, he's doing very well right now, and I just hate to do anything that really, really upsets that balance. Because, if he's doing well and he's in a good place, and mentally, emotionally, I think we're more likely to have success with, initiating contact than, if he feels like he's gotten, kind of blindsided by it. I don't have the child's ad litem here to weigh in on that. So that's another problem I've got. What if I don't know, Ms. Ricketts, do you think you could get something even as soon as, like, say, 2 weeks from now from the therapist?
Yes, ma'am. I will call him as soon as I get done with court here and
Okay.
have him, have him send me something.
All right, Ms. Katie, can we squeeze something in like the next couple weeks? And I know it may be on a different date than our normal Floyd County stuff. So
If everyone's available, we could do it on the 22nd. We could do the morning or the afternoon. You've got some children's stuff that morning, but shouldn't take long.
I'm in Hell County that morning, but I'm open that afternoon.
Okay.
So the afternoon of the 22nd?
Yes.
What's that look like?
Your Honor, I can probably do the afternoon depending on the time. If it's too late in the afternoon, I'll be driving, so I wouldn't be able to use my camera.
Well, we could start right at 1.
Okay.
If we start at 1, I can do that. I have a hearing at 1:30.
Mr. Shaw, how about you?
I'm good, Your Honor.
Okay. Why don't we say then 10:22 at 1? What I think I'd like to do is just recess this hearing today. And we'll just resume it on the 22nd. There's a couple of vital pieces of information I really need, is what the therapist's take is on this, and how we can go down this path. And then also, I think I need to hear from the child's attorney in the case. So we'll send that information to her and hopefully she can make that happen. If she can't, we'll just see if she can find somebody that can substitute in for her, and so we can at least get the information. So, Ms. Sapien, anything to add today?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Shaw, anything further today?
I've had no contact, Your Honor.
Okay. Okay, well, let's just recess. We'll get back together the 22nd. And I understand that he's in the thick of the season and all that stuff, but I just don't feel like that's a call I can make until I've got some input from the therapist. So Ms. Ricketts, therapist needs to know the request is not only to start family counseling, but it's to maybe work out some kind of safety plan where mom can go at least observe and watch sports or band or any of those activities.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate everybody, and I'll see everybody back then on the 22nd at 1:00.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. Thank y'all. Appreciate it.
The judge stands between emotion and law, deciding whether to force family therapy or let time guide them. She chooses patience, trusting that healing can't be ordered. It has to grow naturally. It's a rare moment of wisdom and restraint that leaves the courtroom in reflective silence. And that wraps up today's powerful courtroom hearing. If you found this story meaningful, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next one.